So here we go with another video. This was a trip from, I'd really say Oban to Kinlochleven, but I tend to start up at the Rest and Be Thankful, and there's a great wee stop over there. So the following morning I got up and I went for a cycle down into Kinlochleven, and that's the single track down from the Rest and Be Thankful, and got my drone up and managed to get it to follow me, and spectacular scenery down that way. It's a really gorgeous run down, and that's Kinlochleven, and some dodgy drone footage. So then I headed off over the Connell Bridge to a little campsite where I spent a couple of days, I think, and on the evening it was just lovely with this lovely sunset, and I went for a little cycle to an island called, I think it's Eriska. Yes, Eriska, and this is the Eriska Hotel. It's the only thing on the island, and it was just a nice wee cycle and back for a wee rest. It was gorgeous weather at that time, and this is crossing the Connell Bridge. Unfortunately, I've lost the video where I saw some powerboats doing some rescue there, and this is a wee back road to Oban. So I went for over the Connell Bridge and into Oban. It's about 8 miles. This is a lovely wee loch that I found. This is Oban Harbour. Oban's not a place that everybody loves, but I really like it. And I cycled round the coast to a place called Kinlochleven. It's at the end of the road, and I had a wee burger, my trusty steed, and the weather was just lovely. And then I headed along to Oban, and I stayed just at the side of the road here, and this is the Jubilee Bridge. It was erected in 1898 to celebrate Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee, and it was to connect to free churches and later to connect to the railway line going from Ballachulish to Oban, and it certainly allowed you to have a wee shortcut, as I found out by cycling the wrong way round. This castle's always been a favourite place of mine. It's called Castle Stalker, just near Oban, and it was built in the 14th century, and it was owned by the Stuarts, and Sir Alexander Stuart was fishing one day and the Campbells came along and murdered him, but his son Donald was saved and hidden, and he became known as Donald of the Hammers, and he gave the Campbells a bit of a beating and killed a few of them. But the castle was so strong that there was a 21-pound cannonball sent across to it, and it withstood it. So it's got quite a history, and too much to tell just now. So I headed from Oban along towards Kinlochleven, and I don't know if this is the first time I discovered this place, but this is called Seagull Island, and there's a place you can stop there, and there's always a few camper vans there, and this is just gorgeous. This is Kinlochleven, which is a sea loch, and it's bordered and crossed by the Ballachulish Bridge at the bottom of it. And you'll see my van there on the right hand side, and I stayed there for about 3 days. It was just lovely. This is from the other side of Kinlochleven, and I was taking a wee bit of drone footage, and a wee lady appeared, and she was wondering what I was doing, and I brought the drone back and we gave it a wee wave. Probably never see her again. So there's a lovely loop that you can do down one side of the loch and then back up the other side over the Ballachulish Bridge. And you've probably seen this footage before, but I took some nice the Ballahoolish Bridge is a relatively new bridge. I think it was 1975, I think it was opened, but the surrounding area is just spectacular. This is me very gingerly putting my drone under the bridge. Has to be done. I think this view really says it all why I want to visit the west coast of Scotland. It's just amazing, it's spectacular, it's fantastic, it is just gorgeous. And I think this is coming down to show you where I was standing when I took the footage of the bridge. There I am off on the left. It was a lovely wee cycle. This is the day I cycled up to Blackwater Dam, the reservoir. This is a pipe that flows from the dam down to the bottom at Kinlochleven, and it's covered, so you can cycle quite a distance on top of it. You don't really get a sense of the height you're up, it's quite a drop. This is a fork in the road, the one that takes you to the Devil's Staircase part of the West Highland Way. And this is the dam, created in 1904 by 2,000 to 3,000 Irish navvies, and it was created by hand. It was built by hand with no machines. It's about 1,000 feet up, and I think it's about 300 metres long. The cycle back down was fantastic, and there was a lot of it on top of this nice flat pipe covering, don't know what to call it, but the drops on the other side were just pretty crazy. This is steep and very slippy. On my last day at Kinlochleven, I went up the other side, and it's part of the West Highland Way, and I met two French girls, and we got a wee selfie and just enjoyed the view together. And then I headed home with a customary stop at Glencoe on the way up the road. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I think it happened maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, but I have no idea. Take care, bye.